with us for another just a blessed message. Just want to get out there that God is good. God is great. He is more than enough to handle whatever problems we are facing, whatever problems we're dealing with. Uh, Shoot, I hate to keep saying hard like that, but I just wanted to say, shoot, pretty much been stranded here in Clarksville, Indiana. Moved down here to Kentucky, right, right across the bridge from where my vehicle was disabled. Um, or actually, it was tampered with to be disabled. A little bit farther than that, but through the grace of God, I was able to get the car to Clarksville, Indiana, um, and pretty much been stranded there. I did some work on the vehicle. Um, NWO tactics, and we'll just go with rogue members. Their tactics has been gang stalking. A lot of people have tried to figure out what gang stalking is, and a lot of officials have kicked it, saying to the curb as if it doesn't exist. But who has the power to do gang stalking? We know NWO received government grant funds through various different grant funds, through like Safe Passage Act, through Safe Block Act, through security, and quite sure probably some other things. And so basically what they're been set up to do is be new policing. Now the problem with that is that they're just ordinary everyday people. And NWO really doesn't do any background check up on them. If they are targeting an individual, and you know what I'm saying, some people may be in that area that they want because they want to try to intimidate a targeted individual to feel like, you know what I'm saying, that they are all of this. And so they'll just hire anybody, people with mental issues, people, you know what I'm saying, that just jacked up in the head, drug addicts, alcoholics, you know what I'm saying, people that ain't even supposed to be in the country, uh, you know what I'm saying, they'll hire them. Thank you. I can't see who that is on there, but thank you for watching. Let's spread this around. Uh, if you're a neighborhood, if you're an NWO member, and you know what I'm saying, you joined the thing to do something differently, you know what I'm saying, to try to help the country, being new policing, being a better policing than what we seen with Rodney King and George Floyd. Um, if you're one of those individuals, then it's your time to stand up. Um, it's not anybody else's job. I mean, I know some of the people that talk to you all, that have recruited you all, carry a badge, and much of it is up under task force. Um, but here's the thing: there's no crime being reported. You can go to a local Walmart store and you can look up on the board, and there is a lot of people missing. Now, those that work for NWO, you know that y'all will spend, y'all bosses will order y'all to spend multiple time and you know what I'm saying, man hours on a targeted individual. Now that resource could be used to preventing or actually looking for some crime, even among your ranks. And it also can be used as Donald Trump issued a thing that was legal to get the illegals out of the country. Now people have all type of saying with that, and I'll say this, you know what I'm saying, to anybody that feels like it's okay to break our constitution and laws of this country, put your money, get a, you know what I'm saying, and find some of those people that was trying to get into the country illegal and get them in here. You know what I'm saying, that's the legal way to do it. But trying to force the country to turn their back on the thing that we say we do not negotiate with terrorists, well, that's a form of terrorism, because you have all type of people, different nationalities, that need to get into this country badly. You know what I'm saying? But because of the laws and constitutions, our borders are supposed to be secure. Now, the former administration, you know what I'm saying, they felt like human trafficking slavery, modern day slavery, because what I'm saying, I was watching a senator's well, it was the what was the House representative, and some senators there, and one of the senators said something like, well, the cows needed to be milked. you know I'm just being honest here, right? Anybody that's starving, what I'm saying, I could, what I'm saying, right now, I've been stranded in Clarksville, Indiana. Maybe I should just go up and bust me somebody up in the head and take their loot. Some old, what I'm saying, wealthy lady, what I'm saying, and then when the police catch me, what I'm saying, tell them, well, man, Joe, the cows needed to be milked. Come on now, we supposed to be a country that sets a projective to the world that we are a superpower. That we, what I'm saying, we are the good. We're supposed to be the good guys. Usually, time people hit Americans coming, it's how they used to get excited. Now, and this thing will continue on. I know a lot of people ain't giving a can about what I'm talking about because they're about that money. Today is payday, for NWO members. And what I'm saying, bottom line of it is that uh, the money source will run out. President Donald J. Trump, one that I support well, he's already put in for order to stop all the grants. Now, folks might think that was just, saying just something. No, Donald Trump knows something. I believe it's through the Spirit of God. And see, NWO funds come from grants. Grant money from the government. It's just ironic, right? That he decided to go for the grant money. People start complaining about, well, what about my kids in school and all that good stuff. People complain about everything, but will not do anything to help the country. And he came right back, and saying people that was in college, saying they could reapply for the grant. He was going after some stuff specifically. He felt that the election was stolen from him in 2000. And saying, I'm obliged to believe, because I know that NWO has showed me that their tactics has no limit to the law. It's no big thing to get somebody up in there to volunteer to be, to work the election. It's no big thing, because we had illegals in the country that had driver's license. I was able to get driver's license. Someone was getting housing, low income housing. How was they able to get that stuff in the illegal? How was they able to be new policing and they legal? So, sound like to me somebody was buying votes. I ain't saying that specifically because I know the feds, I'm working with them jokers and looking for me to say anything that they could try to work it up. But actually, I'll say, come on with it. We need to get this in court, because the only thing NWO can come up with is that, well, he was advocating against us. It's my legal rights to have freedom of speech. Well, he's a black man, and he don't supposed to be able to do that towards white folks. We could do whatever we want to do. But you know what? It was the founding fathers that came over here and pretty much named this country the United States of America. But I declare the Indians was here first, and I believe that the Indians are still here. I also believe that a lot of dark-skinned people, ancestors, was brought over here in slaves. So we have a right, is what I'm basically trying to put over. We have a right to the constitutions that are entitled to us as American citizens. Any United States citizen, be they Japanese, Mexican, anything. If you're a part of this country, you have rights. And I don't care who says that they founded this or whatever. If you look around this country, you'll see a whole bunch of different nationalities supposed to be up under one constitution, fighting for this one thing about the law. Stop being pacified. Stop looking at the fact of thinking that, okay, these people in position of power. They will always be in position of power if you continue to, bend over so they can ride your back. If you look at a horse is made on his four legs, but if that joker ever stand up on his two legs, ain't nobody riding him. If you ride him, it's going to be an uncomfortable ride. So the only way that we're going to get to equality and actually get to obtaining that Constitution of America, that thing that is America, is we've got to work together and fight towards what the Constitution says is possible, what is able, what is legal, and what is not. No matter who it is. They said when Donald Trump got reelected, nobody's above the law. You know what I'm saying? But it's an echo thing when, what I'm saying, he let out people like Larry Hoover, whom was, what I'm saying, basically get caught up into some organized crime stuff. And here's the biggest organized crime right here in our face. NWO, New Police. You know what I'm saying? They the biggest crime organization, organized, and I think I jacked that up, right? They are organized and they are criminals. Now we could say rogue, there's some rogue members in it, but the thing is funny is about it when you complain or try to make a complaint against them that we'll just say rogue, right? You run into a whole bunch of flack of a whole bunch of people, or play like some of the people you contacted. You know what I'm saying? You contact the Department of Justice, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you got some people standing around playing like because they light skinned or because they older or they this. They might just, you got some people that just look like poo-poo. So they'll try to, and that's against the law because they're imitating law enforcement. It's just a lot of things that NWO is doing, and anybody that's working for them, you need to rethink it because when this thing go down, which is going down, when this thing go down, you know what I'm saying, you stand to lose it all. I don't care if you bought your house 20 years before you got one paycheck of NWO. You better do your research. Through the Organized Crime Act up under the federal act, you can lose everything because the upkeep of that house, the upkeep, the maintenance and stuff like that have been done with organized crime money. Now I believe also the order also have extorted a lot of people. Back in when they started up pretty strong, what was that, like 2000? When they was getting real strong up in like the Bronzeville area, Chicago, Illinois, what I'm saying, there was a lot of stores getting broke into, certain ones. And this was pretty much to send off a message that if you don't go along with our security, what I'm saying, with NWO being a part of what I'm saying, securing your then this will happen to you. Because I know for a fact, as trying to contact or make a report against NWO, you run into stuff like this here, complete prejudice from law enforcement agents. Oh, they wouldn't do nothing like that. Come on, bro. Y'all used to do stuff like that till jokers start taking out their phones and catching you with your knee on somebody's neck till you choked them out, and 3 other polices standing around with the buddy system. You know what I'm saying? I guess y'all wouldn't have did that either. How about Rodney King? And then we think about a lot of the already proven things that NWO has done. Trayvon Martin out of Florida, Tahaji Patterson out of New York, you know what I'm saying, jumped on by the neighborhood watch organization sect of the Jews down in New York. They stalked and beat that gay black man up, and he lost sight in his left eye. It was a gang jump on, but only like I think 3 of them winded up facing something in court, and then the one of them, I guess he was the lowest man on the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? He winded up taking a hit for everybody. So I guess he took one for the team. Yeah, y'all hear me? I do one for the team. But and you best believe when this thing started to go down. I remember a brother telling me over at the Salvation Army that in Louisville, Kentucky. He was saying that it's a lot of people that's involved in this. A lot of people that stands to lose a whole lot. Well, I look at it like this here: it's a lot of people that stand to lose a lot if NWO continue, because they continue to have influence in recruiting folks, bringing good people into this thing, and they pass it on to the kids. Teach the kids to do the innuendos. Oh, Dad, I'm trapped in this car. Stuff like that. Oh my God. But and these are the kids, you know what I'm saying? Kids ain't dumb. Kids see who you're talking about every time you get around this dude right here. You know what I'm saying? Now you want me to say this certain stuff. So I shout. Now run, do your thing like you do at the house. And this thing is being pushed on. And I you know what I'm saying, I actually challenge people, right? You say you're American, you say you're alive, you say you're human. I want to talk to the religious folks too, because a lot of them on the payroll, bro. You say that God is able to do all things, and yet NWO put up a golden idol. Did like he took Christ up on the top of the mountain, all his kingdom what I give to you if you bow down and worship me. And what saying the kingdoms is because y'all believe y'all have territorial rights like y'all some type of gang. Like this I block, this I block, this I store, this I restaurant. You know what I'm saying? As a targeted individual come up in there, you finna get some fluff, right? So I guess, Lucifer was somewhat kind of true on that. He didn't give you the kingdom to yourself. He just gave it to the whole clan. It's your kingdom for bowing down and giving up your soul. Now, I know that probably went on some folks' head. You know what I'm saying? Man, there ain't no such thing as no devil or God yet. Here we are facing the things that the Word of God say. Listen, I am the founder of Americans Against Injustice, and I'm pushing on. I love my enemies. I love my brothers and sisters, and hey, we're not trying to hurt them. We're not trying to, get at them more. We're trying to get them into a house of correction because they need help. And nobody is above the law. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to help the whole country with that thing, man. They're getting all over into the different nationalities. Can folks study him? How you sending more money? But hey, NWO up here paying us to stoke and harass American citizens. Hey, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all think there's some trouble going on. Anyway, I love you all. I continue to pray for my enemies. I pray for you all that they have a sense, a mindset to try to do something different. Do something different. Since not reporting these shows, Donald Trump already done put some new people up in these Department of Justice and Fed thing. It's getting dead. You know what I'm saying? Start reporting. If you see something wrong, stop turning your head like they gonna kick my butt later on. They might. You know what I'm saying? One thing is for sure, they gonna kick your butt if you never ever say anything. Haven't you heard that about a bully? A bully ain't gonna stop unless he stop. But you know it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because a bully realize you chump, you scared of him. After a while, man, he'll just come up there and take your girl, come in your crib, eat your food. You ain't gonna say nothing. You don't say nothing in the street. Anyway, like y'all. I am the founder of Americans Against Injustices. My name is Abram Keith Linton Sr. I'm pretty much well known as Adam and a whole bunch of other names that, thank God that he has delivered me from. My handle is at www.americanoriginalspirit.wordpress.com. That's www.an American Original Spirit .wordpress.com, all one, thing. Or you can find us over at www.change.org /sincerely T.I. That's T as in Tom, I as in ill, servant, MINADAMKLINTONSR. And that's our petition page. Come on, y'all, let's get busy, man. We just had the 4th of July, Independence Day. You know what I'm saying? Let's get on this. Let's get on this, man. Let's put some effort towards this thing. And let's clean this here bull up.